experiment is my version of the using Jell-O to make microfluidic chips and learn microfluidic principles experiment. I say my version because I had to substitute some of the stuff out on the list because I just couldn't find it in time to do this. And I am doing this experiment for my fluid mechanics class. I'm going to UNLV, so my course title is ME 380. And if you guys want to use my video so you don't have to go do all this shopping, you could just write the lab report. So here it is. There are 3 modules in this experiment, but I'm only going to do 1 and 2 because there was no way that I was going to find pH paper and hydrochloric acid. Wasn't going to be me. So this video is just going to be module 1 and 2. I'm going to start by going through lists of materials required to show you what they're asking for versus what I actually got. 85-gram boxes of lemon flavored Jell-O. Lemon flavored Jell-O only comes in 170 gram, so I subbed and got Kroger, which here's 2 boxes of 85-gram lemon flavored gelatin dessert. 7 grams of unflavored Knox gelatin. I found this. It's 4 envelopes and 28 grams in total, so that would make 1 pouch, 7 grams. 120 milliliters of purified water. I'm just gonna measure that out, and you gotta heat it up anyways, so here's my pot, because I'm not gonna put a beaker on a Bunsen burner in my house. So 6-inch foam plates. Foam is really hard to find nowadays, so paper it is. You're gonna put Pam on it anyways, doesn't matter. So 6.8 inches is also the smallest I could find because everything's bigger in America. 1 drinking straw. Pam. Several 7-inch wooden coffee stirrers from Starbucks. Food grade color dye green McCormick. This one's Kroger. Single and double-sided tape. These are mounting squares. I don't know if I'll need these, but I can always roll this one. Materials required says that you need single-sided tape and double-sided tape, and you use the double-sided tape to secure the skewer to the plate. But what ended up happening is that if you don't have a perfect seal, the skewer starts to float in the Jell-O, and I ruined all of yesterday's molds like that. So today I'm going to secure these with hot glue to make sure that I have a perfect seal along the bottom of the skewer and the plate. 6 5-inch aluminum weighing pans from BWR International. Those were hard to get. They were a lot of money. So here are some pie pans, and we're going to try it out. They're 8.75 inch in diameter. Disposable transfer pipette. I don't know where to get those in small quantities, so I have this instead. This is one of those little medicine syringes. I got it when I adopted my puppy and she was sick, so that's what I'm going to use instead. Small vial for the water and food coloring. I'm going to put it in a shot glass. So I'm going to start by making the word Jell-O. It's kind of like the example, so I'm just going to go with this because for lack of time. So that's one done. So now that these two are done, I'm going to start the Jell-O because the Y mold is a lot easier. This is the gelatin mix. This one's harder to mix, so I gotta whisk it. And now we'll wait for the Jell-O to boil so that we can add this in. So the Y's actually have a certain dimension. The long end is gonna be the 3-inch end, and the two little shorter sticks are gonna be 1 inch each. So you'll cut the end into like a point. They call this a dagger, I don't know, I guess. And I'm gonna cut these at my version of a 45. I'm gonna just check to see if they kind of fit. Sweet, good enough for me. I'm gonna hot glue these down. Cool. There's the first one. That's the second one done. I'm gonna go add the gelatin into the Jell-O on the stove. Waiting for this to boil. I'm gonna give it a little spin because it looks like it needs some help. I'm gonna say that this is boiling, so I'm going to add in the gelatin. Yes. This is the Jell-O and the gelatin solution mixed together, and they're both boiling, so I'm going to turn this off and wait for it to cool down a little bit, and I'm going to pour it into the molds. Now I'm going to pan the plates so that the Jell-O doesn't get super stuck. It says just to do the rim, but I'm going to kind of go on the plate too, just because I don't have time for it to rip off the mold. I don't have time to make more. Because I procrastinated until the day it was due. So now I'm going to grab the Jell-O off the stove and pour it into the molds. I'm going to try to fill them just until it barely covers the sticks, so it doesn't take a long time to dry. So I just poured purified water into these 2 shot glasses. There's no specific amount, I just put enough to be able to do the test. So I'm just going to drop a little bit of... Okay, so 2 shot glasses. One that has food dye in it and one with just water. So there are 2 puppy syringes, and I'm going to flip the Jell-O into the pie pan. So I'm going to start with module 1, the word Jell-O. I'm going to go slow, so hopefully I don't have to use the second one. It's taking longer than I thought it would. Cool. Let's do one more. Okay, so there's a little bit of bubbling in each of them, but you can see it. Now I'm going to take a straw. Here's the inlet hole. hole. It's supposed to be the other way, but it's just mirrored, so this is the J and that's the O. It's connected even though this dark spot is confusing looking. I'm going to poke the other hole on here. Here's one inlet hole, two inlet holes, and the exit hole. I'm going to get some of the green water. Put it in the inlet hole. And as you push the syringe, flow should occur. When you stop pushing, supposedly, flow will stop. Okay, sure. Yeah, it's working, I think. And according to the reading, this is because there's an exit hole. There was no exit hole. The air would have nowhere to escape to. And the dyed water would just burst out into anywhere, which it's kind of doing, but I'm going a little fast. Oh, okay, let me slow down. That's my bad. Okay, now it's just flowing out. Oh no, it's still flowing. I'm going to tip a little this way. There we go. I think my mold is just sideways. Cool. So there's that one. Sorry it wasn't perfect, but you get the point. You're going to go in that hole, and I'm going to go in this one.
Like inject it?
Yeah, just go like straight down. Okay, you ready?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, go. Just super, super slow. Okay, wait for me because I gotta catch up to you. Okay, go, 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 go. Yeah, you gotta catch up to me. Fuck.
Why does it smell like that?
It's not supposed to. Ow!
Did I let it go?
You just keep going. It's supposed to come down the channel. Okay, let's do it one more time.
Okay.
Straight on. Go super slow. Ready?
Yep.
Okay, go.
Keep on going.
Should we go faster?
Yeah, go faster. Why isn't it moving past that one line?
My mold's probably too high right here. Okay, put a little bit more water.
Okay. You want to switch sides?
No, we'll both go into this one.
Okay.
Okay, ready? Oh, okay. Alright, go.
You ripping the...
I know, mine slid.
Oh.
Okay, so you can see it here. That's all I needed. Thank
Oh,
you.
cool, cool, cool.
This is laminar flow because they're not mixing, they're just next to each other. It's not the way it's supposed to go, but it's good enough. We'll take it.